I don't get it. Why would someone's hate have anything to do with your success? Isn't that counterproductive?
It's not that simple. Their hate doesn't weaken you, it feeds you. Every ounce of bitterness they throw your way becomes fuel for the fire you've been building all along. But maybe he can explain it better.
Hate is a funny thing, isn't it? They pour all their energy into tearing you down, obsessing over your every move. And for what? To stop you? To see you fail? But here's the kicker. They're only making you stronger. Think about it. Every snide comment, every backhanded remark, every obstacle they throw in your path, it's proof. Proof that you're doing something right. Proof that you're walking a path they could only dream of. You see, people don't hate mediocrity. No one wastes their time trying to sabotage something that isn't a threat to their own insecurities. The fact that they hate you, that's your green light. It's their way of saying, you've got something we wish we had. And you know what's poetic about it? Their hate is inefficient. It's like throwing wood into a furnace. You keep burning brighter and they keep running out of fuel. They think they're stalling you, but every ounce of negativity they aim at you gets transformed. You take their hate and turn it into action, drive, and success. It's almost artful. You want to hear something crazy? They'll never admit it. But their hate comes with a tinge of admiration. That's right. The same people who can't stand to see you win are watching you the closest. They study you. They analyze every step you take, hoping for a slip-up. They might even steal your ideas, copy your style, try to imitate your grind. But deep down, they know. They can't be you, and it kills them. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine started from nothing. No money, no connections, nothing. All he had was an idea and a dream. But people laughed at him. They mocked his ambition. They whispered behind his back, saying he was aiming too high. And when he started making progress, oh, the hate came in waves. Fake rumors, sabotage attempts, you name it. But guess what? Every time they tried to knock him down, he used it as motivation. Their hate didn't break him. It built him. Fast forward to now. He's running $1 million business, living a life they can only envy. And the same people who hated him back then, they're still watching, still bitter, still stuck. He didn't just prove them wrong, he left them behind. That's what you need to understand. The hate in their hearts isn't a curse. It's a gift. It's the ultimate compliment, wrapped in jealousy and tied with insecurity. It's their way of saying, we see you, we fear you, we wish we could stop you. But they can't. They'll keep hating, and you'll keep winning. Because the truth is, while they're busy obsessing over you, you're obsessing over your craft, your vision, your goals. Their hate is noise. Your success is the signal. So the next time you feel that negativity creeping in, remember, their hate is the best thing they can give you. It's the fire that keeps you moving forward. And while they're stuck in the same place, consumed by their bitterness, you'll be miles ahead, untouchable, unstoppable. Now tell me, doesn't that make the hate almost worth it? And that's the thing, isn't it? While they're busy hating, they're also fueling you without even realizing it. It's almost poetic. The very people who want to see you fail are unknowingly pushing you to succeed. It's like they're handing you the bricks to build the empire they'll never have. Here's what they don't understand. Hate doesn't weaken someone like you. It sharpens you. It teaches you to move smarter, to act with precision, and to work in silence while they scream into the void. You don't have time to engage in their petty games because you're too busy turning their negativity into progress. Every insult becomes a stepping stone. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity. Every doubt they cast on your name becomes the foundation of your legacy. You ever notice how they always seem to know what you're up to? They'll never admit it, but they're watching closely, obsessively. Why? Because deep down, they're fascinated by you. They can't stand that you're defying the odds, breaking the mold, and thriving in a way they never could. They study your every move, not to celebrate you, but to find flaws they can exploit. But here's the kicker. The more they watch, the more they realize how unstoppable you are. Do you remember that old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Well, they flipped it. They're keeping you close, not because they want to be friends, but because they can't help but be mesmerized by your glow. They think their hate will dim your light, but all it does is cast their shadows further into irrelevance. Let me tell you another story. A woman I know, brilliant, driven, unapologetically ambitious, once worked in a place where people despised her simply because she was good. She didn't step on anyone to rise. She simply excelled at what she did. But instead of celebrating her, they plotted against her. They whispered behind her back, tried to sabotage her work, and even took credit for her ideas. She could have folded. She could have let their hate consume her, but she didn't. Instead, she left. She took her talents elsewhere, built her own thing, and soared to heights they never even dreamed of. And those same people, they're still stuck in that same place, probably still bitter, still hating. Meanwhile, she's thriving. And the best part? She doesn't even think about them anymore. That's the ultimate win, isn't it? When their hate no longer even registers. When you've risen so far above their negativity that it becomes background noise. Like the hum of an air conditioner, there, but irrelevant. You're not here to please them. You're not here to fit into their mold or to meet their expectations. You're here to defy them, to rise so high that their hate turns into grudging respect and eventually into silence. Because nothing silences hate like undeniable success. Now, let me ask you this. When they come at you again, and trust me, they will, are you going to let it stop you? Or are you going to let it propel you? Because the choice isn't theirs to make. It's yours. So, here's the final truth. The one they'll never say out loud, but scream with their actions. Their hate is nothing more than a confession. It's an admission that they see something in you they wish they had in themselves. They won't tell you that your drive unsettles them, that your success keeps them awake at night, that your resilience makes them question their own weakness. No, they'll mask it with mockery, jealousy, and attempts to tear you down. But deep inside, they know. The beauty of all this? You don't owe them a response, not an explanation, not a confrontation, and certainly not your energy. Your only obligation is to keep going, to keep building, creating, thriving. Every time they expect you to stumble, you rise higher. Every time they wish for your failure, you turn it into fuel. And one day, they'll look back and realize all their hate, all their schemes, all their doubts, they weren't holding you back. They were propelling you forward. You've outgrown their negativity, surpassed their expectations, and left them in the very shadows they tried to cast over you. So let them hate. Let them watch. Let them waste their time trying to dim a light they can't even reach. Meanwhile, you'll keep moving, keep growing, keep winning, because their hate doesn't define you. It fuels you. And every step you take towards success is a step further away from the noise they create. Remember this, they only hate what they can't destroy. And if they're still hating, it's proof that you're still winning. Let that be the fire that keeps you going. Because at the end of the day, the greatest revenge is a life well lived. And you, my friend, are living it better than they ever imagined.